Cold this winter? Cozy up and get warm by the bright glow of the screen. We'll be talking about what kind of deals Steam, Epic, and GOG have planned.
And Dr. Disrespect is creating a brand new AAA studio. This news and more right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? Gaming News Weekly is back with another week of the biggest news in the video game industry. We are the best weekly video game news show there has ever been, and we're here to talk video games. My name is E-Rock the Red, alongside Santa Clip. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm doing really good.
Great.
You know, we're getting close to the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't feel like it where we live.
No,
but
yeah, no, it's been a little toasty warm. Definitely not a white Christmas, but you know, we're still the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. I'll tell you that much.
I see what you did there.
Yes. What have you been up to? You been playing anything good?
Yeah, this past week, along with Call of Duty and the regulars, played a game called This is the President. It's pretty interesting. Out on Steam, you play as the newly elected president. You're actually in there before your office begins, but your goal is to be the most corrupt president there ever was, and make sure that you can't be tried after you're president for your crimes.
This is ridiculous. I meant to go back and watch your gameplay because it sounded super interesting. Now I had no idea that was the premise. Now I absolutely have to go watch you play this game.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous.
Pretty crazy. I mean, little things matter. You craft your speech line by line, and depending on what you say, your approval rating goes up or down. It affects the end game from like the very first decision.
And you had fun playing it?
I did, yeah.
Nice. That sounds interesting. That's just a PC game?
I believe so. I don't think it's out on anything else yet.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I haven't been playing much. I started playing a couple new games. I was looking for something chill to play. I started playing a game called Spiritfarer. Have you heard of this one?
No.
It's a beautiful animation style. I'm playing it through Game Pass, but I think it's on Switch and PC and PlayStation as well. But you play as you guide people from death. They're not even really people. I mean, it's like the creatures from death into like the spirit realm, and you have like this boat, and it's like resource management, and you know, you gotta fish and cook for these people, and then like guide them to places and get all this stuff. I'm only maybe about 2 hours in. I've actually been playing it through on my phone over the cloud with my
nice.
my controller thing, and it's perfect for that. The only thing, my phone gets like super hot by the time like I get into it. I'll be playing for like an hour, and like I'll go to touch my phone, and it's just burning.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's definitely hitting the spot. I just been like, you know, something to chill out and play it. You know, laying in bed or watching TV, and it's exactly what I've been looking for. I did see that you said this weekend Call of Duty multiplayer is free.
Yeah, we did our first Gaming News Weekly alert for that because we wouldn't be able to get this episode out until it's basically over. So hopefully everybody's seen that video and caught that in time.
Last weekend, technically.
Yeah, Well, you'll have like one more day. Yeah.
Yeah,
free multiplayer weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back in there. I played it during the last free weekend, and I had fun. And it pushed me almost to the edge of buying it. We'll see if one more weekend what that does. But all right, well, let's move on. Let's talk about our new releases from last week. First up, let's talk about Among Us. Who's still playing Among Us? Do you know anybody still playing Among Us?
No.
Maybe now they will, because it's available out on consoles, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and the Xbox X and S. It's it's $5. So, if you're looking for a party game to play, it's got cross-play between PC, mobile, and all the consoles. And you could go in there, sabotage, deceive, get air vented.
Oh, yeah.
I only ever played Among Us once. That's my my claim to fame.
I've never touched it. Like, it was really hard not to go try to milk some content, when it was really big. But no, I've played this
You never
Jackbox
played it
game.
once?
It's pretty similar. No, never.
Wow.
It's kind of
I thought
similar.
I was being edgy with just my one time.
Oh, yeah. There's a game called Press the Button, and I think these are all versions of a game called, like, Secret Hitler or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so familiar with the concept, but just never got into that.
Yeah, no, me neither. It's too stressful for me. I can't deal with that shit. Next up, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. This came out December 16th for PS4, PS5, and PC. It will be released at a later date on the other consoles. This is the latest installment of the family-friendly horror game where giant animatronic robots try to murder you to death. Have you ever played any of these games?
No.
They're spooky, dude. And it's like, they're very cartoony, so like, it's not like the atmosphere is not spooky, but it's all just jump scares. Like, it's all, you're just waiting, and then like giant robots that are in the shape of a bunny attack you. But this one's interesting. This one's, instead of it being 5 nights where you have to survive, this one you have to survive 1 night, and instead of it being at like a Chuck E. Cheese style pizza place, it's in a mall. So you've got this whole mall to go to. So, it's just more of that. Maybe I'm gonna wait and see. I'm done with scary games until next October. We'll get back in there and check that out then.
Yeah, it looked interesting. It looked like it had like a Slender Man kind of vibe to it. I don't know who did it first, but
yeah. I mean, all those games are very similar in tone and stuff like this. This one I do appreciate. Growing up with like the Chuck E. Cheese's and like the those pizza places that had the creepy robots. I love the idea. I think it's such a fun premise because we all thought it. We all thought we were going to get murdered by those giant creepy things.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last major announcement from last week is The Gunk. Came out December 16th on Xbox One, Xbox S and X, and PC. This game looks really cool, and I'm definitely this is probably going to be one of the ones I check out next, because again, the atmosphere looks something like right up my alley. So this is the creators of the SteamWorld games. You explore these super cool looking worlds, very atmospheric, very the art style is really cool, but like you come across this world and it's got like gunk on it, and your goal is to eradicate all the gunk, and then as you're doing it, like you're restoring nature, and you transform the world as you're like sucking up all this gunk. And I just like saying gunk over and over again.
It's like you're fighting some monsters along the way and things like that. Yeah, I played SteamWorld 1 or 2, and it was a lot of fun. And I think the part that carries over there, because that's like a 2D game, I guess, and this is full on 3D with these beautiful looking worlds. The thing that carries over well is that it's different, but it looks really good. They just do things in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they really nail the gameplay hook. I always thought all their games like really had like a, you could pick up and play, and then like, or you could just play it for forever. Yeah. So I'm hoping for more of this one. This one's getting like middling reviews at a 71 right now on Metacritic, but still only a few reviews. So hopefully it goes up from there. So yeah, that's it for our new releases for pretty much for this year. There's not much set to come out in the next couple weeks before year's end. So that was it was a fun year. We had a good time. We did all the things. Let's move on to our news of the week. First up, let's talk about Dr. D, the man, Dr. Disrespect. He is launching his own AAA game studio. He's teaming up with Call of Duty creative strategist Robert Bowling and Halo's multiplayer designer Quinn Del Hoyo to create a brand new studio called Midnight Society. I love the name.
Yeah.
Right away, I'm like, all right, I like it. I'm a big fan of the name. But his goal is to create the best, most community-focused online PvP multiplayer experience the world has ever seen. You know? And that's how Dr. Disrespect talks. He talks in
Yes.
it's the best. It's always the best, the most. Everything is like very hyperbolic. He's just, you gotta be if you're like one of these influencers, these Twitch guys. I mean, he's not on Twitch anymore, so. But yeah, are you excited?
I'm interested to see what they produce. Yeah, it seems like they want to do some sort of shooter, but really focus on the community, have the community and influencers in the development process, getting their feedback and trying to craft the best game possible, which is something, all these other shooters come out and we're playing them, but we're also complaining about them at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, so this is either going to be I think it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be a huge success, or I think it's going to be a huge failure if you have too many, cooks in the kitchen, as they say. If you got all these influencers trying to weigh in on this and trying to create the best PvP game with, I'm sure, you're going to take bits and pieces from all these other things to try to create one thing that everybody loves. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they end up with, but I think they could do it. And, before you say that he's just like a Twitch streamer, or just a guy that streams content, like he used to create games. Like he created one of the other, or he worked on, I don't know if he created it, but he worked on some of the old Call of Duty games.
Yeah, he worked for Sledgehammer doing Modern Warfare 3 and Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, so I thought, I didn't know that at the time. That was new to me. I'm not, I'm not up to date on his wiki, but yeah, I'm interested to see what he has come out. Some quotes in this article from him I thought were funny. So again, with the hyperbole, he's just really out there. He's got a killer team of veteran AAA talent that lives, breathes, and sleeps in the realm of PvP multiplayer that's turning tables upside down in the game industry with a new kind of game studio and publishing model over a decade in the making. So, there you have it. It's over a decade in the making. They better make something awesome. That's all I gotta say with all this talk.
I think he's the guy. He's the guy who has the means, the connections, and whatever else it takes to get it done. Exactly. And mullet.
And the mullet. The means, the man, the mullet, and the Midnight Society.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is very early on. I don't expect anything more about this for a long time. So, stay tuned to Gaming News Weekly, and we'll keep you up to date on the Midnight Society. All right, next up, let's talk about Sam Fisher. He's back. I don't know if you're a fan of the Splinter Cell series. That's fun to say. But it's back. They're making a remake of the Splinter Cell game. So Ubisoft announced that it's developing a remake of the stealth classic Splinter Cell. It's going to be made by Ubisoft Toronto and built completely from the ground up using the Snowdrop engine. This is the tech that they use in The Division. They're using it in the Avatar game and the upcoming Star Wars game. Nice. So, it's going to look good, and it's going to be focused entirely on stealth gameplay. It's going to be true to the original series. It's going to be linear, not an open world title. So, fans of the original Splinter Cell will be happy. It's going to be just a beautiful version of that, I guess. Now, I've talked about it on here before. I don't do stealth games. I don't have the patience for it. I just want to smash everything.
Yeah.
But for people that are into that, get hyped. What about you? You ever play any of these Splinter Cell?
Yeah, it's game? Too many beers ago to remember whether it was Splinter Cell or Siphon Filter or some of those other, that myriad of games on the original PlayStation.
Yeah, any of those Tom Clancy games, I always get confused, But yeah, this is again very early on with the announcement. They're they're hiring and trying to get this going right now. So
Yeah.
don't expect much for a while regarding this. But I
Yeah.
know it's been one of those things that people have been like clamoring for.
Yep, and I did see where they actually are trying to invite people who want to be part of the development team to put their application in.
Nice.
So
there you
that's
go.
that's pretty nice of a company like Ubisoft to try to get people involved. So I mean, maybe they're taking a note from the Dr. Disrespect thing.
Yeah, exactly. You got to, make your voice heard. Go, if you're looking for a job, go make Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
do a good game. All right, next up, let's talk about the latest Game Pass games that are coming to the Game Pass system. This was just announced. They do them like every couple weeks, so usually it's the first half of a month and then the second half of a month. And now we're into that second half of December, and the games they announced for December are Among Us, Ben 10 Power Trip. I know you're a big Ben 10 fan. We've talked about it many times. You're like, I wish there was Ben 11, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Broken Age, Firewatch, The Gunk, Lake, Mortal Kombat 11, Paw Patrol, Mighty Pups, Save Adventure Bay. Now, I will say that out of this entire list of games, the one that I've played so far has been Paw Patrol.
There you
my
go.
kid wanted to play it. We played it today. Race with Ryan, Record of Lodos War, Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth. I have no idea what these words were. I just read. I might have had a stroke. I don't know. And then Transformers Battlegrounds. So, really, as usual, great month of new games. A lot that I'm excited to check out.
Oh yeah.
I almost just bought Mortal Kombat 11, like a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
For PlayStation. And I still may because, again, we've talked about it. I'm playing these games over the cloud, and it's not the smoothest. Sometimes there's lag. You don't want lag in like a fighter. That just ruins it.
Yeah.
But,
So it's pretty impressive. Some of the games they're coming out with, like the Gunk we just talked about in our new releases, and that's already going to be on there. And Forza Horizon 5 was it?
yeah.
The day of release was on there.
Yeah, a lot of data. I mean, and they just before this, they had the new Aliens Fireteam Elite game dropped on there.
San Andreas or the other one.
Yeah. There's so many like new games coming to this subscription service. It's really great. I discovered that if you're not familiar with it, so Microsoft has a reward system. It's called Microsoft Rewards, and you get points by doing like tasks, basically by using Bing, which sucks, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
It's not a great search engine, but they give you points by doing this, and also you get points by playing Game Pass. So like there's weekly quests where like they'll say like, okay, play this game and get like 3 achievements from it, and then you'll get 300 points or whatever. And then you can use those points to buy stuff from the Microsoft Store or buy Game Pass subscriptions.
Oh,
so
cool.
I just started doing this like a week ago. It's 12,000 points to get 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate. I started a week ago. I've got 4,000 points. So I think this is, if I can continue to do this, this is like I could just keep paying for this subscription service just by searching for things on Bing.
Nice.
It's that easy.
I think you've unlocked the real life battle pass.
Yeah, exactly. And it is like some of this stuff is like really like annoying, and I'm like going out of my way to get like a percentage of a nickel. Like it's like it's such a small amount, but as I see my points added up, and I'm like, man, I'm so close to my goal. But we'll see if I continue it. I got a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
All right, next up, let's talk about PlayStation 5 and these brand new, beautiful looking console covers that they just announced. So they're coming out with 5 different colors of the the covers. The big white thing. So that pops off, and you could exchange it with one of these other colors. What were the names of them? Midnight Black, Cosmic Red, Nova Pink, Galactic Purple, and Starlight Blue. Just loved it. It makes them sound so poetic.
Oh yeah. They look cool though. I mean, I see what they're going for. It's part of
They
the
look
Galaxy
beautiful.
collection.
Yeah, exactly. Like the video that they introduced them with, like, yeah, it really, they all blend together well. They all pop on their own. So yeah, they look great. I think out of all of them, I'm interested in, like, I think that pink one and the red one both like really like stand out. They look great. And then in addition to these covers, they also have a few new controllers coming out. So they're going to be coming out with the pink, Starlight Blue, and the purple controllers sometime later. But yeah, the covers, they come out. Two of them, the Midnight Black and Cosmic Red, come out in January of 2022, and then the other three will come out in the following months. So I don't know if they're just doing it like they are expecting people to like buy multiples. You know, I don't know if that's going to be a thing where you're going to be like keep dressing up your PlayStation.
You're gonna mix and match. Have your NBA team's colors or something like that.
That's going to be next. I'm telling you. I mean, the world is their oyster. Especially they shut down previously. People were creating these things and they did a cease and desist and said no, you can't do that. So I don't know how that works as far as being able to create third party things of these. Yeah. You know, I don't know how that works.
Hard to tell. I mean, it was a pretty big company. D-Brand, so they do a lot of sponsorships on podcasts and things like that. They're famous for like doing cell phone skins and skins for just about anything you want. But I guess they actually had the pop-on console parts, and Sony said it was too similar to their design. Yeah,
crazy. But at $54.99, I would love to see some aftermarket ones of these at a slightly smaller price point.
I want that Mad Catz version.
Exactly, yeah, where it snaps in half as soon as you go to put it on there. And there's a turbo button, because there's always a turbo button on everything that Mad Catz puts out. But yeah, they're available to pre-order directly from Sony right now, so take a look at them. If you're sick of that giant white system sitting next to your television, this might be for you. All right, Terminator. Everybody loves Terminator. Everybody loves Terminator video games. But does everybody love Terminator real-time strategy video games? Terminator Dark Fate Defiance is a newly announced real-time strategy game from publisher Slytherin? I don't know. But they reached out to, I like the way they did this. They reached out to Skydance Studios, the producers of the Terminator series, and they just said that they looked at their player base, and most of their player base is people in their 30s and that are into like sci-fi classics. Like, so they got the rights to Battlestar Galactica, Starship Troopers, and now this Terminator game, and they're just going to be, or Terminator, and they're just going to be making games with those real-time strategy games with those properties. And I was that's amazing. I love that idea. It's super smart. I've never, same as Stealth, I've never been a real-time strategy guy because, I don't have the brains for this sort of thing. It's like chess. Yeah.
I've not been big on them, but I remember playing like Warcraft, StarCraft, things like that back in the day, and they can be pretty fun in city building games, things like that. This one, I was surprised because it says it's not actually like a base building thing. It's more like you have a narrative-driven campaign. You're going to be moving through, deciding how to build your army and where they're going to be placed on the map, taking over buildings, but not really like you don't have to go get the resources and build your next pylon or something.
Yeah, and I've only ever played one before, and it was that way where it was you use the map that's out there. It was XCOM. You ever played that?
No.
Where that one's just like a smaller, more close up. Smaller scale fight where like you just place your peoples around a map. It's not a big army type situation. So I've never had one where you create the world around you. Now that's not saying much because like I said, I've only ever played one. But yeah, this one it sounds cool. It takes place in between in the story present day plus in between the 2042 Legion controlled future where no spoilers for the movies, but go watch the movies. You'll understand what I'm talking about. but this one has different factions. So there's rebels and the army, and you have to control them. And like you said, it's narrative based, so you have to make choices that change the way the game, like which allies you have, and which how you move your armies. So I thought that was really cool. We'll see how that ultimately has a story, because usually stories within these games are, there's not much. I remember playing like Final Fantasy Tactics, which is again a smaller scale tactics strategy type game, and that one actually had like a decent story. But on these larger scale ones, it'll be interesting to see how it does flesh out the whole narrative. And I know they are working closely with the people that made the movie, because they have input into how this game is going to be part of the canon of the Terminator series, so specifically the Terminator Dark Fate series, which they have plans to do like anime and like other stuff, despite the fact that it wasn't the biggest Terminator movie to come out. Had you seen this movie?
No, didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Arnold's in it.
Oh, nice.
And Linda Hamilton is in it, so it's good. I mean, if you like the Terminator canon and all the stories that go along with that, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's not like it's no Terminator 2, which is like one of the greatest sci-fi action movies ever made, but it's still worth checking out.
Yeah, so they've got Battlestar Galactica, Starship Troopers, and now Terminator. So what's next? Do you think like Back to the Future, Indiana Jones?
Yes, exactly. Those classic sci-fi.
Build your army of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I want Biff to lead my Back to the Future army. So yeah, I don't know. That is a good question though. But what are some other, like, you got to think of like the B movies from that era? Like,
I was thinking Spaceballs.
There
maybe.
You go, Spaceballs. That would be I would see that would get me to play one of these real time strategy games, something absurd like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was even thinking like because then you have like something like Dune. But that's like huge now since the latest movie came out.
Yeah.
And they are making a Dune game. I don't know what that's involved. We talked about it before. But this game's going to be coming out for PC sometime in the second half of 2022. So, keep an eye out for that. And our last bit of business is holiday deals. It's that time of year. You've been saving up all year round to get these sweet gaming deals. Give us the scoop. What'd you find out?
All right, so we've got deals going on for Steam, Epic, and GOG. They're all going to have their winter sales. Steam, we don't know a whole lot about it yet. That's going to be running between December 22nd and January 5th. So we'll have to wait a few days, figure out what exactly they have on sale, how good the sales are. Epic, on the other hand, it just launched on the 16th, and it's going to be going through the 6th of January. And I've gotten to check out stuff. We haven't had a lot of time since the launch to check that out, but they've got some pretty good deals on AAA games. Maybe not all the newest AAAs, but I saw like every full game over $14.99 is getting a $10 off coupon, and you can use that on an unlimited number of games. So now they've got 50% off of Red Dead Redemption 2, for instance. So it's down to $29.99. You're also going to get the $10 coupon off of that. So you get Red Dead 2 for $20. And, it's also like Far Cry 6 is in that deal. Deep discounts on a lot of stuff. And then finally GOG. So as I understand it, they're closely tied with CD Projekt Red. I don't know how much of other properties are available in that store. I've just picked it up for the first time this past week. But as far as the CD Projekt Red titles go, between December 13th, so this is already ongoing, through January 5th as well, they have deals from 50 to 85% off. So if you wanted to get Cyberpunk 2077, you can pick that up for half price. The Witcher 3, if you wanted to play that, about 80% off. And the whole Witcher series, if you wanted to go back, are going to be on sale.
Nice. Yeah, it sounds exciting. I know there's been a ton of this is my problem with these sales though. Like I end up getting like new games for Christmas in addition, and then I like buy like all these games that are these year-end sales, best of the game of the year sales and stuff, and then I'm like by the beginning of the year I get anxious because I have all these new games and I'm like, what do I do now? And then I just end up playing something I've played a million times before. But yeah, that's super cool. I'm excited to see what Steam puts out. And yeah, you getting any of those? You plan on picking up?
Those Epic deals are pretty tempting. Like, I don't know if I really want to play all the way through Red Dead 6 again to justify buying it, but I'd pick it up for that price, definitely. Cyberpunk for half off. I have it on PS4, but I think most people know what that's like. I don't know if my PC's good enough to handle it either, though, because people with, like, the best of the best were having trouble. A lot of that's supposed to be fixed, though.
Yeah.
Maybe if they have a demo, I'd consider picking it up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well, but either way, it might make for some fun. Everybody likes watching those glitches freak out where, like, people's insides are on the outsides and they're naked all the time. Classic Cyberpunk. All right. Well, that is it for our news of the week, and that's it for our news of the year. We won't be back with a new show next week because it is the Christmas holiday. So we will pick up again in the new year. So yeah, it's been fun. You got anything to say? Any words of wisdom that you learned this year?
To always try to prepare something ahead of time for when this question comes up.
Every time.
Oh yeah.
I get you every single time. You need to make a list.
I do.
Because I'm going to ask you words of wisdom. Full clips, words of wisdom. It's going to be a new segment on this show.
Start saving my fortune cookie receipts.
Yeah. Or get like a page-a-day calendar, and then you'll have a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, that's it for our news for the year. Let's talk about our brand new content creator of the week. Now, again, we're going to do something a little different. This is no longer a content creator of the week. This is content creators of the week. This is a gaming partnership. Now, you and I we talked about it. No idea what that means.
Yeah, trying to get to the bottom of this.
But it's cool.
Yeah.
Either way, no one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about them. Die for Her Sins and Miss Jinx. These are our content creators of the week. Both of them putting out very high quality gameplay in the realm of the Battlefield universe, mostly. Die for Her Sins is like what does it say on his page? He's like one of the best Battlefield, one of the best players ever in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something along those lines. Yeah, a lot of the shooter games with these two.
Yeah. Yeah, they're out there just sniping people's faces off. And I secretly rage against them as I'm watching their videos, but at the same time I am in awe of
you might see yourself in there.
I just getting my head blown off over and over and over again. This is why I stopped playing Battlefield. They're too good. But yeah, check out their pages. I mean, like, they're doing just like I said, just quality gameplay, some good montages, great music playing in the background. It's just quality. Everything that they do is quality. And Die for Her Sins, Miss Jinx, let us know what this partnership is. We got to know. This is new. This is new to us. Is this some sort of, I'm not shipping you guys, but I want to know. Can full clip? Can we be gaming partners? Or is this a thing?
I think we can. Yeah.
Well, maybe put in my application.
I'll ask my wife.
My wife. All right.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you about one video from Miss Jinx that turned me on to this couple.
You can't say turn
this
me
gaming
on.
Couple.
Sorry. All right.
So the video that got front paged recently was the taking a jet in Battlefield. I think it's 2042, and getting 13 road kills with it. She just dives right down, splatters this group of people, and the text on screen goes crazy. And if that is not in the Friday Awards, I don't know what I'll do.
That's amazing. I missed this one. I have to go look at it. Even when I was looking at their page, I didn't see it. See, this is why I stopped playing Battlefield, dude. I would have been one of those people. I just respawn and I run out and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to kill somebody. And then a friggin' jet lands on my head. I don't know. But congratulations, Miss Jinx, Die for Her Sins. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep up the good work. Their pages will be placed in the show notes. Click the link, follow them, check them out, leave them a comment, check out all their other socials. They are doing it. Big things are coming for this gaming partnership. Trust me. We, and go watch some sweet Battlefield content while you're there. All right. We did it. We made it through the first year. I mean, it hasn't been a year, but it's the first calendar year of Gaming News Weekly. As its current iteration. But yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got any big plans for the holiday break?
No. Gonna sit at home. I'm gonna play a lot of video games. Probably drink quite a bit of beer and try to make it to work on time in January.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I'm already just struggling to be just focus on work. I'm already my mind has checked out. I'm ready to just kind of just take it easy and play games and drink beer and do all that good stuff too. So a lot of fun family stuff planned for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, you smoking anything? Well, that requires some context.
Yeah, probably both. Yes. No, I had intended to make some beef jerky. I like to give. I have a beautiful beef jerky recipe, and I make some, and I hand that out to gifts for coworkers and that sort of thing. And it just I think
you'd be my best friend at work,
dude. It's good jerky. I'll mail you some. All right, let's call it a day. Check us out on Fruit Lab. I'm Erect the Red. This guy is Full Clip. If you want to go to my YouTube page, that would be amazing. Pop Culture Playground there, or Instagram and Twitter, also Pop Culture Playground. Full Clip is streaming his butt off on Twitch under his Full Clip _FL.
Yeah.
Out there. So you getting any further in the Call of Duty atomic camo?
I'm trying. Vanguard really sucks with my streaming stuff, my setup, so I've got to figure out something. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to see it. I want to see that pop when you get it, when you're radiating all over the field. And then, if you want to listen to this show anywhere you get podcasts, we are found there. Gaming News Weekly on all the podcast providers. And that's all I got. I'm ready to go to... I was going to say I was going to go to bed, but I think I'm going to go play some games. So, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, bud. We will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See you guys next year.
Happy New Year.